to the fight, playing with powers they don't understand. Will they fuck it all up or will they save the land? Treachery, vanity, loitering and worse. They are their own worst enemies. These fuckers don't need no cause. Authors and dragons. Authors and dragons. Their powers combined, a group of fantasy authors take on a sadistic games master. Will they survive? Wouldn't you like to know? Authors and dragons! Authors and dragons!
Hey everybody, I'm John Hartness, and I'll be playing the role of Fandingo the Fantastical, the one true musician, regardless of what the animated guitar seems to think. In real life, I write multiple series, including Quincy Harker Demon Hunter, Bubba the Monster Hunter, and the Black Knight Chronicles, and I am also the founder and publisher of Falstaff Books. So get out there and buy something.
Hi, my name's Joseph Brassi. I play the role of Bjorg Bjornsson, enthusiastic and violent barbarian. I was an author on the Mongoliad books. My novels Skyfarer and Dragon Road are available from Angry Robot Books, and I am the author of such non-existent titles as Worm That Wanks, the story of a spellcaster's corpse, animated by a pile of dicks.
Hey everyone, my name is Rick Gualtieri, and I play Silas Kane, destroyer of evil and lover of godly hymns, and I just gotta take a moment. Jesus Christ, Joe.
You're sitting on Shingles Gold, man. Shingles
I know.
Gold.
Hi, I'm Rick Gualtieri, and I hate going after Joe Brassi.
All the fucking time. Anyway, in real life, I write such things as Bill of the Dead, Tome of Bill, and Hybrid of High Moon, but my newest stuff out there is over on Audible with the launch of the Crypto Hunter trilogy. So if you like seeing people get, or if you like listening to people get torn limb from limb by a Sasquatch, go check that stuff out.
Hello, friends. My name is Robert Bevan. I play the role of Klaus Richter, the notorious rogue. In real life, I write the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories, starting with the first book, Critical Failures. I also write many of the Shingles titles in our series. Go read them.
Hi there, my name is Steve Wetherill, and I play Brandon Fymaster, the rhythmic and sexually attractive monk. In real life, I write the Doomsayer Journeys with Falstaff Books, the latest installation of which is The Endless Adventures of Hand and Strike. You can go pick that up and now online and stuff.
Hi everybody, I'm Drew Hayes, Dungeon Master of the game and voice of awesome NPCs like Plonky Talk. God, voice kind of sticks with you there. In normal life, I am the author of books such as Superpowered, NPCs, and Fred the Vampire Accountant, the latest of which, Out of House and Home, is available on audio right now, right this very moment, as you are listening to the podcast. So why don't you run over and pick it up? And hey, while you're there, you could also grab the Shingles Volume 6 collection, which is releasing in 1 week on September 7th. And before we jump into the game, there is something really special we need to talk about, and I'm going to throw to Steve for that one.
Special is the word, Drew. For those of you who weren't able to attend the beautiful chaos of Orphans and Dragons Con 2021, there was a rather special announcement with Steve Rudzinski, director of cult hit Carousel, and that is, we're going to try and make a Shingles movie. If you hadn't heard about that, you probably, don't know, shaking your head in despair or have had a cardiac arrest or any of the appropriate reactions. It's understandable. We're going to try and take 5 tales of Shingles madness and turn it into a horror anthology. But we need money to do that, so there's an Indiegogo running at the moment. Just type in Shingles Movie into Indiegogo, or Shingles Movie Indiegogo into the Google device or similar device, and it should come up. We're chugging along quite well with that. I think we're at roughly around $12,000 at the moment. There's about 45 days left on the campaign. There are all sorts of cool perks you can get. I'm afraid that the signed dildo nunchucks have already been taken by one of our more enterprising backers. I need to be quicker next time if you want the dildo nunchucks. But there are still throwing dildos available. If all of this seems like cock-buildy gook to you, then go check out the crowdfunder, because there are all kinds of cool tiers, not just dildo-orientated ones. You could even be an extra in the movie, if you can get to where we're going to shoot the movie and are willing to back the tier. So, exciting times. I guess it's an Authors and Dragons movie, and that we are all involved in it. It is adapted from our works and has so many dick jokes. So if you want to make that magic come alive, sure there's a pun there somewhere. And get online, give us money.
Just to add, if you do have trouble finding it, it is linked from our website, authorsanddragons.com.
And we're, of course, going to put a link in the description of the episode that you can click on the device that you're listening to this with, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That will happen.
Man, when you guys said Steve's got something special to talk about, I thought it was going to be like what to do when your uncle touches you or something.
Well, it's a Shingles movie, so...
Shingles the movie isn't not that.
What to do when your uncle touches you? Go to Patreon, go to Indiegogo, and put money towards the Shingles movie.
And we will keep you updated on that as we go, because we are, of course, excited about it, rooting for it, and want to keep you aware of how things are going as we shoot toward this insane dream that is shockingly within reach. Like, I realize that we are asking for a fair amount of money. $6,000 is not nothing by any stretch of the imagination, but compared to, like, quote-unquote, like, cheap movies, it still blows my mind that Steve Rosinski can make a movie for that.
That is Steve Rosinski's.
And worth his time.
Yeah. And, like, just, it's incredible. Like, that is a man who knows how to make a dollar work.
For those of you listening who enjoy reading our books, which is hopefully all of you, I know probably all of us get a lot of requests saying, "Hey, have you ever thought about turning your work into a movie?" Well, this is our chance to show you what we can do. So if you have ever read one of our stuff and said, "Hey, this thing would look awesome on the big screen," well, this is a chance for us to make it happen.
You start with the short stories and you move on to the novels. But, one Indiegogo at a time.
Yeah. Just Indiegogo steps to world domination. It all starts here.
Well, speaking of starting, let's go ahead and get the game kicked off, because, my goodness, what a last session that was. You all encountered the, just mind-meltingly amazing Plonky Tonk, the siren of the everything.
I'm glad we got to kill him.
Yeah. That was satisfying.
I only just saw his eyes up at the top. I thought he was upside down and had like cyborg eyes.
Wait, so you thought that mouth was open in like a horrific scream instead of a weird smile?
And he had like those like weird robot eyes down at the bottom.
He's got like a Geordie LaForge visor on. He's a blind guitar.
Am I correct in thinking that none of us have seen a guitar before? Do we just not know?
I was going to say, technically speaking, all guitars are blind.
The eyes are at the top of the guitar stalk, Bevan.
Yeah, that's basic guitar anatomy.
Well, I see that now.
God. That's so much creepier when I look at it from your angle. And that's saying something about goddamn Plonky Tonk.
And now it's a mercy killing in that case.
Oh, God.
What have we done? A service. We've done a service.
All right. So, as you have killed and harvested Plonky Tonk, the little world that you are in begins to crumble and wither and collapse, and you all swirl into the darkness.
So should we count this as another civilization that we've destroyed? Because that would put us up to 4.
Nah, this is just like a little pocket space.
All right, so we're still at 3.
And go ahead and everyone give yourself a long rest as you sink into the darkness.
as you sink into the darkness for all eternity. Yeah. Join us next game for
Death, the longest of rests.
Yes. Okay. And now,
Join us next time on Rolling Up New Characters.
God, what a fucking swerve that would be. Just like, all right, you on to the cool new characters. Oh, now I wish I'd thought of that. So as a reminder, on a long rest, your spells reset, your health resets to full, and you regain half of the max of your short rests. So given the amount y'all use short rests, that should probably bring everybody up to full short rests if you're not there already.
Oh, you mean hit dice?
Yeah. One of these days, we're going to learn how to play this game.
I ain't holding
Yes,
my breath.
hit dice. Yes.
Yeah, probably when Drew says, okay, roll up new characters.
No, it'll be the day that fucking 6th edition releases. We'll be like, all right,
Yeah.
I finally can say, you guys have got it. Click. God damn it!
Yep.
Oh, man. I have to say, having been playing this system for a few years now, 6th edition will have to be something pretty special, because 5th is balanced as fuck.
Yeah, it's really pretty good.
Good.
Yeah,
And it's really
smooth.
so good for bringing new people in.
I think we've done a lot as a podcast to expand the Dungeons and Dragons experience, and I can only help today take what we've offered on board for the 6th edition.
You mean more dick jokes?
Yeah, there are what people need to know about rolling up how much piss you have available and other bodily fluids.
Yeah, the fact that there's not a default piss token in Roll20 is, a little bit of a slight.
There are lessons to be learned. I like to think that we're pushing the boundaries.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to call out Arby's as well. I know you're listening, and I know you know what I'm talking about.
Well, okay then.
Are you threatening Arby's? Are you using this podcast to threaten Arby's? I'm not saying you
I
shouldn't.
was entirely not prepared for
I'm
that.
drawing
Yeah.
a line in the sand.
What do you got against their curly fries?
This is between me and Arby's.
Okay, that's good because I have no idea what's going on.
Well, we just became privy to some secret war that has been raging for decades.
I mean, I'm on Team Bob. I hate Arby's.
I love Arby's.
Oh,
Arby's, are you listening? We're cool. I'm just saying.
sorry, Bob. I hate Arby's.
I'm so deeply confused about this relationship
I
with
am
Arby's.
I am extremely confused right
I
now.
love you, Arby's, but don't cross me. Come after you.
I love you, Arby's. Why do you make me so angry sometimes?
I'm just saying. You got something to say? You come say it to my face, Arby's.
It's like abusive gaslighting relationship with your fast food.
That's all relationship with fast food.
Yeah, yeah.
If I had to choose between you and Arby's, you win every time except for those few days when I'm really jonesing for a roast beef sandwich.
I could take that a few different ways, Rick.
All right, we're gonna go back into the game now. Although I do think I'm gonna find ways to insert just side tangents of fuck youing Arby's in life from now on, because why not?
Just be careful, Drew.
Unless they offer us sponsorship money, in which case then it quickly comes fuck you, Bob.
Honestly, Arby's is kind of in that meme shit. They might pay for the fuck yous.
I mean,
Their whole relationship with the Daily Show was pretty, I don't know, built on knowing how fucked up they were.
man, we missed that as an Indiegogo tier.
Start a fucking blood feud with Arby's, because I think Bob's already on that.
Nah, you back the movie for X dollars, and we'll say fuck you on the podcast.
Well,
Not
Well,
Wow.
we'll see if Steve can add
we're going to
something
be
in
talking
there.
about this pretty solidly for the next 45 days. So, listeners, don't be surprised if we just start screaming "fuck you" at you for any reason.
All right. So has everyone adjusted their character sheets for the long rest?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Yes.
Excellent.
However,
So-
I'm still a weasel. I don't know if I should be.
You are no longer a weasel. If it's been long enough for a long rest, you are de-weaseled.
Oh,
Well, I'm saying my token is still a weasel.
Well, don't worry, y'all are on Plonky.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
The map is about to change.
Oh, all right.
But first, I need everyone
oh god
to
damn
roll
it.
me You know what? Why mess with success? Let's do initiatives.
Right?
Ooh.
Silas rolls a 13.
Fendingo also rolls a 13.
Klaus also rolls a 13.
Wacky.
Bjorg rolls a 12.
Lucky.
Brandon
What the
Flymaster
fuck?
rolls a 13. Nah, it's an 18. I just didn't want to be left out.
I'm sure this will be lucky.
18 is the thinking man's 13.
That's 12. The slightly
Yeah.
lazy man's 13.
I think I'm
Yeah.
technically supposed to have you guys like find your dexterity scores, but just roll d20s again. Everybody who got a 13.
Silas rolls a 12.
Fendingo rolls a 4.
Klaus rolls a 12.
Oh god damn it!
Son
All
of
right,
a
well,
bitch.
Fendingo's
The rogue's going to have the higher dex.
No, we're committed to this. By God, Silos and Klaus roll again. D20s.
Klaus rolls a 19.
Silas only rolls a 13.
All right.
Fuck you.
I just kind of hope everything we come up against has an armor class that's 13 or lower.
Hey, Bob,
Yeah.
did you actually click on your token when you rolled all those scores?
Yes, I did.
He did. I changed it over because he only had access to his Weasel token.
Ah,
Wow, this is going out pretty well.
Klaus always has access to his Weasel token.
Ah. All right. I'm gonna move y'all over to the new map, and Brandon, you are going to be the one who wakes up first. FYI, if you guys can see the whole map, please let me know. You shouldn't. It's dynamic lighting, so if everyone can, then that is a problem.
I see absolutely nothing
I see nothing.
other than my token.
Do you have dark vision?
No.
Then that is appropriate.
Well, that's why I can see a little bit.
I can't see shit. I just see my token.
You don't have dark vision?
I do not have dark vision, so
That is appropriate.
Yeah, I see the immediate surrounding area.
Yeah. same.
Perfect. Okay, Brandon Thighmaster, you awaken.
fucking elves.
Well, either I didn't open my eyes properly or it's really dark in here. And I
It
always open my eyes properly, so...
It is very dark. There is a massive, unnatural kind of cloud hanging low overhead, blotting out any sort of sun or light, and it's nighttime, so it is just like dark.
Sounds like August in England. Okay, clap on, clap off the dick light. And I'll activate my dick light.
What is the range on your dick light?
The range of a light stone. Do I need to look that up? I probably should.
That would be handy.
Same as a torch.
Possibly. I want to get this right. Light stone.
Was that a Pathfinder thing? Or Gem of Brightness, maybe?
We got it a while ago. That's true.
In the mechanics, I don't think would be that different.
If you cast
Yeah.
the spell light on something, it glows for 20 feet brightly and 20 feet dim.
Okay, I'm just going to count it as a Gem of Brightness. It's a 5e equivalent. So, bright light 30 feet, dim light for an additional 30 feet. So,
Cool.
give me 1 sec. I will enable that. Alright, so you should see kind of two circles around yourself. One that's kind of like bright, and then one that's kind of less bright.
Yeah. And there is sort of a large dark shape on the map, but I guess that could be anything.
Yes?
I can see the boat, and unfortunately I can see my companions.
Excellent. So the black shape that you are not able to see through, those are stone walls. So you can see that you are on a beach. The boat has washed up and kind of knocked ashore, depositing all of your sleeping forms onto this beach. And there is a stone wall to the east. I mean, not a very long one. It's more like a building wall than like a keep people out wall. And yeah, that is what you see. Use your action for turning on your gem, but you do have some movement if you would care to use it. And this is going to be a situation where I do ask that everyone tracks and shows their movement.
I'm just going to do a series of stretching exercises while being obnoxiously awake. at people. I'm very loud about it too.
Well, that loudness helps to rouse Klaus, although Silas and Fandango are also stirring.
Wakey, wakey, campers.
Okay. Good morning. Well, I am awake and here in this mysterious place. Okay, I would like to move 2 spaces to the right. And I don't know, I'd like to investigate this little, it looks like a breach, a slight breach in the wall.
That's just a stylistic look from the mapping stuff.
Well,
it is
you
a
didn't have
solid
to tell
wall.
me
There's
that.
just like some nicks along the top.
Yeah. How tall is the wall?
It looks to be about 10 feet.
I don't think I've got great jumping skills, but yeah,
You can also see
I'll
there's
have a
some
jump.
roof overhead.
Oh, all right, never mind. Then I'll go up 2 spaces and see what I can see. Oh, there we go. I see some shrubberies. All right, I'm not going to do much more until other people go before me.
Shrubbery.
All right, Silas Kane, you are roused from the peace of slumber. Thank goodness.
Yet here I was hoping I was struck blind for my sins, but no. Well, I guess I will get up and... All right, Silas, we'll move to there then.
All right. Would you like to roll perception?
Choose not to roll perception well, but... Oh, nat 20.
All right. With the nat 20, you can see out to the limits of your vision, and maybe even a little beyond. We'll say that you see that there are little chunks of land kind of leading toward what looks like a bigger shape further north, but with the tide where it is right now, there's very few areas that you could cross. It would be a lot of wading through choppy waters.
I see shapes. They're probably evil.
And with that, Fandango, you rejoin the world of the conscious.
Huh. Beach. Well, I guess I'll mosey around and look at things. I'll go up there. Did that?
All right. Do you want to roll perception?
Yes. Fandango rolls a 16.
All right. You can see dark trees and hear the crashing of waves further north, but can't really see too far out given the darkness and the limits of your dark vision.
It's really dark, guys.
Indeed. We'll say you can see a huge shape kind of looming in the distance of the bigger island.
All right. Yeah, I'll just hang out.
And with that, the Northman rises. Bjorn Bjornsson.
What's going on? Perception?
Sure.
Okay. Bjorg rolls a 15 on perception.
Okay. You can see some trees, you can hear the crashing of waves, and you notice that there is a kind of stone wall that leads up to a roof. Might be a whole building if y'all choose to look. Right next to you. Okay. You've arrived at a
this?
stone wall.
It is stone. I have found a wall. It's made of rock.
We're having a productive morning.
Hey, big guy. Why don't you haul the boat up onto the land so when the tide comes in, it doesn't wash away our boat?
Oh, that's a good idea. Bjorg will haul the boat back up on the land.
Super productive.
All right. That will be Bjork's turn, so... Brandon Thighmaster, everyone has awoken.
Okay, well, let's see what we can see about this large wall structure. You say it's got a roof. How high is it? Can I shimmy on
About
up there?
10 feet.
Okay, I'd like to rise atop the structure and run up the wall, see what's up there. More importantly, everyone should be able to see me.
All right. We'll go ahead and note that you're on the roof, but don't actually move your token any further in. That would give away some of the lighting stuff. So you are on the roof, and it is solid. It appears that this area actually goes on for quite a bit longer than you noticed. It's the roof basically runs all the way out to this far area. Actually, you can only see so far. So the roof runs as far out as you can see to the southeast.
And what can I see where my friends are? Or my work colleagues, I should say.
Roll perception.
Okay, perception. 5.
And what are you trying to look at exactly?
Just seeing if there's anything about to eat them at all, or...
You scan the area, but you don't really catch anything outside the range of your dick light on the roof.
Oh. Well, this was anticlimactic. But I am up high, where I belong.
Dick Light on the Roof is the worst new musical of 2021.
Okay, I don't really have much to add to that.
Well, then let's move on over to Klaus.
Yeah, I was going to go for the roof, but Brandon's already up there. Then again, not a whole lot else is going on down here. I would like to ask Bjorg to throw me onto the roof, and if it would be easier if I was a weasel, or if he thinks he's man enough to do it while I'm a half-elf.
Oh, shut up! Bjorg will just grab Klaus mid-sentence and just throw him at the roof.
Roll me a strength check.
Oh, that's an 8, so...
Yeah. You,
Did I throw him into the wall?
we're going to say Klaus is just a little too slippery from the seawater that you've all kind of been washed and sprayed in, and you,
Oh, is that what he's slippery
Yeah,
from?
yeah, seawater.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your grip,
Oh,
your
Bjorg.
grip slips.
No,
This is
no,
the axe all over again.
not doing this, no. Can I try again? This time ungently.
Sure. Just gonna move your
I'll
turn
roll
up to under Klaus, to kind of represent
I'm
this.
gonna
what's
roll.
happening now.
I'm gonna roll athletics this time, and that is a 25.
All right. You successfully hurl Klaus onto the roof. Klaus, roll me a acrobatics check.
Klaus rolls a 19.
You land without taking damage.
Nice.
Well,
Damn it!
this rooftop suddenly became a lot less exclusive.
I was
It's
going to
the
ask
longer-
you, but then
You need
you
a better
leapt up
doorman.
there.
All right. We're gonna say that's the two of y'all's turn. Silas Kane,
Yeah.
you are up.
All right, Silas doesn't see anything, other thing to do out here other than the building, so he will cup his hands over his mouth and cry out, "You there in the building! Show yourselves, that we may judge you sinners and burn you at the stake accordingly!"
Oh, that certainly will encourage them to come
The
out.
building begins to rise.
This is why people don't answer the door to religious inquiries.
It'd be amazing if just like two stone fists came out of the building and like pulled up their sleeves.
Amazing and yet unsurprising.
I will just go on the record saying, if anybody knocks on my door with pamphlets and they like scream out that first, I am that much more likely to open my door.
Well, now you got my attention.
All right. Anything else?
I will cast daylight on myself, on my cloak.
Okay. What's the range for daylight?
All right, so daylight range is 60 feet. 60-foot radius sphere of light spreads out from the point you choose. Sheds dim light for an additional 60 feet, and it moves with me if I cast it on an object that's attached to me. Oh, and if there's an area of darkness created by a spell of 3rd level or lower, it is dispelled, and it'll last for 1 hour with no, actually, just lasts for 1 hour, no concentration.
Let's see. Okay, I think I've got it. Hey, Rick, tell me if this is coming out in a sphere or if it looks like it's coming out in a sphere.
Yeah, hard to say because it hits the edge of the map, but
Yeah. 60 feet is a lot.
yeah.
Daylight is a good spell. But y'all are 10th level characters, so the darkness really shouldn't be this much of an impediment anyway.
And yet, it's still us.
Oh, I see an opening up ahead.
Fandango, it is your turn.
All right. Are these shrubs like ground cover, or are they trees?
They are thin trees, like kind of the weak, reedy ones you see near coastal regions.
So it's not a problem for me to stand under one?
No, you can probably get under a tree pretty easily.
Okay.
Some of them are a little short.
I want to take my movement and go straight 30 feet due east.
Okay.
And am I seeing that there's an opening in the wall?
Roll me perception. See what you think you see.
23.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you see a doorway right there.
All right. Did that take my action, or can I cast light on a copper piece and throw it at the doorway?
Between the move and the perception, we'll say you can cast light on the copper piece, but we'll hold the actual throwing for next round.
Okay. I cast light on a copper piece.
Okie dokie. Brandon Thighmaster.
Well, this rooftop is dull. I think I've heard some chatterings about a doorway, so I'm going to flip off the roof gracefully next to Silas. Or I don't know how gracefully that was. 25 acrobatics, pretty gracefully. Feel free to be impressed. And then, I guess, see as I can see the doorway, I will approach it. Doop, doop, doop.
Perfect.
I don't see anything interesting. This is a dull island, is what I will say to my companions.
Dark and dreary, even.
All right. Anything else with your turn?
Well, as long as I'm being reckless, I guess I'll just walk through the doorway. Boop, boop. Movements have I had here?
Well, walking over was 25 feet. Although you're a monk, so I imagine you're still on your first move action.
Okay, I'm just basically my first move action will take me into this mysterious building.
All right. You have entered a room. Just do a perception.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
16.
All right. There is stone. There are various rocks and trees growing. And there's a weird, like a wire thing, like over here. It's like kind of like half embedded in the wall.
That sounds like rogue business to me. Yeah, I'm not going to step on the rogue's toes. I don't want to take those pleasures away from him. Fiddling with the mysterious wall wire that probably will result on the ceiling falling on his head, or whatever it is rogues do. Are there any other ways out of this room, anywhere else to explore?
Not this room. This area is collapsed rubble.
Oh, okay.
So you could try to dig through, but the only way that you can see is doorway here. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. You can see a slight opening over here as well with your perception.
Well, I will shout, "Hey Klaus, there's a suspicious wire coming out of this wall. You're going to love it." And then I'll go to the opening. It appears to just sort of look out onto the outside again.
It does appear that way.
I'll spend the rest of my turn enjoying the view and waiting to see what Klaus does with the wire.
Well, I think we are all waiting with bated breath, but we won't wait for long because it is Klaus's turn.
Brandon is clearly in his cat mind. He wants to play with string. However, Klaus has important rogue business to attend to. I would like to search the roof for an alternative way into the building. I want to look for a vent or a chimney or something.
Okay. Roll me an investigation.
Klaus rolls a 20.
All right. With your investigation, you discern that the roof around you, as far as you can see, is stone and flat and solid.
How much roof was how much roof was I able to inspect, and how much roof, like how vast is it beyond where I looked?
20 is good, so we'll say you were able to inspect to whatever the limit of your night vision is. So, what's your night vision range? Actually, I can check your character because I programmed it in. Okay, so 30 feet. So we will say you were able to search 30 feet with that action because, yeah, you got a 20, so you did it good. and you can't really see how far it goes beyond your night vision, obviously, because that's beyond your night vision, but you can tell it goes on for at least a little bit past it.
All right. Well, I would like to. I still have movement, correct?
Yeah.
Well, then I would like to move 30 feet. I guess I'll just go straight east.
All right. I'm going to move you on the outside of the roof, just so we
Okay.
don't. Because if I put you into it, you'll start seeing stuff that you haven't actually gotten to.
Yeah, I'm seeing Brandon right now, but yeah. Okay.
All right. And Bjorg, it is your turn.
Bjorg is going to follow Silas and Fandango around the corner up here. I don't know that there's that much else for him to do.
You don't want to take
I
a look
guess-
at the wire in the wall?
Nope, that's a job for not Bjorg. I guess I'll try perception, or would it be an investigation to look around and see what?
Just perception. You're not searching for anything specific. You're just kind of scanning and.
And that's a 23.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You look around, you see the big island shape kind of further in the distance. You can hear the waves and see the choppy waters and the kind of the thin strips of land separating you from it. And you see a big building behind you, and you see Klaus running along the top of it.
Never should have put him up there. What now?
I'm doing my job.
Well, now it's Silas Kane's turn.
Boring.
All right. Well, disgusted by
everything.
by my group's cowardice, I will head over here and pull the string, because the string is obviously evil, and paladins do not shy away from evil.
All right, so what string are you pulling on Klaus exactly?
You said there was a string on the wall.
I do not consent.
So there was a wire on a wall, but it definitely wasn't that wall.
Oh, where was it?
I'll shout, wires in here, guys, still.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna have to ask Brandon for directions.
Fuck it, then I'll keep going in.
He's already pulled my wire. I'm on the roof.
Oh, God.
I'm never gonna sleep again after that.
Brandon will just point wordlessly at the wire.
All right, Silas, roll me a perception, and give yourself advantage because Brandon is literally pointing at it.
A 10, no matter which way you look at it.
All right, you have no idea what the hell Brandon's talking about. The way is clear. He's just being a coward.
That is called a wall, stupid.
Look not at the finger, but to where the finger points, dumbass.
There's like a philosophy in there somewhere.
We're making a big thing out of this wire.
The ancient words of Roose Blee.
Previously.
All right, so Silas has successfully looked at a wall.
Well, not that
Do you have
successful.
any action left?
I mean, I don't see a wire. I just see a wall. You know something? I'll double move then a little close.
You at least know what wall I'm pointing at, right?
Not even remotely. I ignore your disturbingly glistening finger.
All right. Well, you have walked several steps forward and not exploded. We'll see if that luck continues with Fandango.
I want to use my first movement to walk to the entrance of the room.
All right. Looks like you have exactly the right amount of movement for that. Would you like to do a perception?
Sure.
All right. And I think Brandon is still pointing at something if you choose to look in that direction and get advantage.
Yeah, I'd rather look at what Brandon is terrified of. 17.
You're mixing up
You
terror with exasperation here.
you see a wire embedded in the wall over here.
Oh, thank Christ. I'm going to stop pointing now.
Can I walk over and pull it?
Do you have the movement left?
Yeah.
All right, then go for it.
So, like there?
Yeah.
All right.
And pretty much, but as you approach, you your foot sinks into a soft spot and the wire snaps. I'll move you back right here. As well, it's almost poetic justice. Fireball explodes.
Hey, guys.
Oh dear. And for once, I'm completely outside the range.
I feel like Fandango needs some sort of spell to transfer damage in situations like this directly to Bjork.
I feel the same way.
Okay, there is a dex save of 15 for half damage.
So Fandango saves at a 21.
Awesome. All right, half damage for you, sir. So that will be 7 damage. Fire.
Ow, 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 ow! Hey guys, there's a fire trap.
I'm glad I hung around for this.
Thanks for finding it.
The ground there is now burning.
I have 5 feet of movement left.
wait.
That won't get me out
Did
of
Fandango take a rank in Rogue?
They're stealing your moves, man.
But if he's burning like he is, he might have taken a rank in STDs.
Yeah, it would be wise to get out of that area, if at all possible, before the start of your next turn.
I have 5 feet of movement left.
I would take it. Perhaps someone will drag you the rest of the way on their turn. Anyway, Brandon, how would you like to spend your turn?
Oh, I don't know if leaving him in the fire will teach him some kind of valuable lesson about not being on fire, but probably not. I will. You know what? I'm going to use the power of science. Except it's not the power of science. If I think about this scientifically, it's a terrible idea. But I'm going to remain in character and assume it is a good idea. I will use my wind staff to blow the flames out.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that fires hate, it's plenty of oxygen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
I mean, this is essentially like a large birthday candle, right? That's how fire works.
It's not as big as when I set Bjorg on fire, but sure.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to take the birthday candle principle and just, scale it up. And I'm going to use the wind stick to just blow this fire out. And cast Gust of Wind.
So, based on the description and the way I'm interpreting this fire, I'm gonna say you have a 50% chance. It's gonna dance wildly. You have a 50% chance to extinguish them, and a 50% chance to double their damage.
I said he was following the science, but this is the science of a man who spent his entire life in a religious monastery.
This is chaos theory. We're gonna have dinosaurs.
Steve, evens or odds, and roll a d20.
Evens. 18.
All right. You have successfully extinguished
Science wins.
some of the fire.
That crazy son of a bitch actually did it.
That was great.
Body oil always finds a way.
I feel good about that. See? Science is easy. I don't know why everybody gets all fucking hoity-toity about it.
Klaus, you are up and running along the roof. Although you did just
Yes,
hear something like an explosion.
Yeah, well, fortunately, I'm not down there. I would like to continue moving east and searching for a means to enter from above.
All right. I guess probably roll me another investigation.
Klaus rolls a 17.
All right. To the limit of your dark vision, you do not see any way in.
All right, I will keep moving as far as I can go east.
Alrighty. Go another 30 feet.
Okay.
Bjorg Bjornsson.
So just seen a big explosion from inside.
Yeah, you saw like a flash of light and some smoke.
You might
Bjorg's
have heard Fandango yelp.
gonna move to the doorway to give himself a view in.
A real familiar sizzle and scent.
Your own medicine, I see. Fitting.
I can't argue.
Is everyone all right in there?
Well, Fandango just got burned twice, but the rest of us are fine.
Yeah.
Very well. I shall not concern myself. I'm going to continue walking around the side of the building here. I'll just wait. There's nothing terribly pressing for me to do at the moment.
Come on in here. It's bright by the fire.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's pretty bright in here, yeah.
Bjorg will come inside.
All right.
Kind of homely.
Silas Kane, it is your turn.
All right. Well, fascinating is to... can I fit through here, this opening?
Yes, it is a very narrow opening, so you will move at half speed.
That'll be 4. All right, that brings me out here. Does anything happen?
Nothing happens. Would you like to roll perception?
Let me go a little further and then I'll roll perception.
All right.
Double move to there. Give myself a good view of things.
All right. You walk eastward, squeezing through the narrow gap in the wall, passing under a tree, and stepping through a big old fucking hole in the side of the building on the eastern side. You are once more outdoors, looking at the ocean. In fact, you can probably see Klaus standing nearby at the edge of the building.
I judge the ocean, but I judge Klaus more harshly.
It's reasonable.
All right, Fendingo. How are you going to diffuse the burning grass?
First, I'm going to hand the copper piece I cast light on to Bjorg.
Thank you.
So now he can see brightly in 20 feet around him and dimly 20 more feet.
Excellent.
All right. Bjorg, you now have light.
I guess I'll just try and stomp out the fire. Well,
Okay.
hang on. What's the fuel? Is it just a little bit of grass on a beach?
I don't know. Why don't you roll me an intelligence check?
Well, because I'm an idiot.
Intelligence is overrated.
11.
You know, it's been a while since you dealt with any fire that, didn't explode from magic and then vanish just as quickly, but you're pretty sure most fire on stone doesn't burn as long or as hot as this one is.
Yeah, okay, then I stomp on it.
All right.
This is a great island. The heretics burn themselves.
Nothing could go wrong.
All right, Fendingo, you take 2 fire damage as the flames lick at and burn your feet and legs.
Ow!
What is the fuel? What is the fuel? Fendingo.
I love the fact that the conclusion to your intelligence check was entirely reasonable, and you just went, fuck it.
Well, the conclusion was that it shouldn't still be burning, so I should make it go away. Well, I didn't.
Yeah, up Fandingo's leg.
Yeah.
It shouldn't logically or shouldn't, morally? What, are you judging it?
Yes, I'm
Ethically
judging the
speaking,
fuck out
fire
of it.
should stop.
Yeah. Fires blow up, burn the barbarian, and go away. That's what fire's supposed to do.
Yeah, no, for somebody who's set so many things on fire, you have very poor understanding of thermodynamics.
You're standing next to a fire covered in oil.
Yeah, but I didn't
Just
roll an
putting-
intelligence check.
Put that out there.
He's not actively stepping in it.
All right, I'll move, because this sucks.
Hey, I'm not
Now
arguing
on
with you.
fire.
I'm just saying.
By move, do you mean kind of hop around shrieking?
All right, so you moved into the next room then.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, we will let you do a perception on your next turn.
The rest of this turn, I'll just be patting my legs and swearing.
Yeah, you're mostly trying to stomp out the smoking embers of your pants.
Hot pants, baby.
All right, Brandon.
Well, I would like to follow Fandingo, but in a different way. Not in a setting myself on fire way. Can I just squeeze past a fire, or can I hop over it?
Actually, thanks to the shrinking, there is a pretty clear passage on one side that you can get past.
Well, I will... That seems like a very sensible thing to do, Drew. I will do that. I will step up next to Fandingo and not be on fire, and I can see 3 ways out of here. One which I assume leads back to the beach we are on, and a room to my east and south. I'll check out the room to the east. I'll be pretty blasé about it. Or should I be blasé about it? Somebody just got set on fire. You know what? I'll do a perception. Man, it should be useful to have some kind of rogue right about now.
I mean, you say set on fire like it's unusual.
Yeah, it's almost as if someone made some sort of, rogue-based event, and this is where we are.
Well, I rolled a 10 perception anyway, so...
You've got Fandingo.
I can find
Oh,
traps with my face just as well as Klaus.
All right, well, the good news is you do not see anything.
Well, I don't see any traps, so presumably there aren't any. This room is clear, he says with undue confidence.
Sounds good.
Okay, well, I'm completely confident that when I walk through this door, nothing bad will happen. So let's do that. Moving to the east, straight into the center of the strange room.
Oh, I'm going to go ahead and just pull you right on back here, bud.
Well, we all knew this was going to happen.
So I'm going to need a dexterity save, and you are at disadvantage on this one.
Okay. I mean, that would be reasonable. It rolls an 11.
All right. So as a hidden little, basically, series of stones and rocks that have been rigged up to the ceiling give way, dropping down and crushing a tremendous amount of things, including partially you, Brandon.
That is the most important thing, I would like to think.
And you don't, unless you have a monk ability that gives you some sort of half damage even on failure, you are taking 24 damage from the rubble.
I do have an area of effect thing. I'm not sure how it applies to rubble dropping on me. I have an uncanny dodge equivalent, I believe, as a monk. That only applies, I think, if there's a saving throw.
Well, there was. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that's the one I failed. Yeah. If this counts as like an explosion or something, then it would be half damage. But I don't know how it applies to rubble falling on me.
Yeah, I would not. If the Fandango one, yes, that would have been definitely an explosion.
Okay.
This is not that.
So basically, I say everything's fine. Take 2 steps, and the entire fucking building drops on me. Okay.
A little bit. That's a little bit how that goes.
I feel so much better about setting myself on fire now. Thanks, Brandon.
And speaking of traps, Klaus, it's your turn.
We're only going to be even if I get out of the rubble and then pick up a piece of rubble and drop it on my head.
Shut up.
All right, it would appear that I am at the edge of the building, correct?
That is correct.
All right, I would like to investigate and then move south.
All right.
Investigation 10.
All right. About half the limit of your dark vision, so about 15 feet, you're sure there's no openings.
Okay, well, I will move my movement. Oh, I can't. All right, over there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. As you're running, you see Silas standing just outside the building.
Well, I will hide from him.
He's already seen you. He's just pretending you don't know him.
You're running along a stone roof above him.
I'm Batman.
Doing that thing you do in supermarkets when you see someone but you just don't really want to talk to them.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I mean, roll me a stealth check. He saw you there, but he might not see you move, I guess.
All right, I'll do that. 23.
Yeah, I guess you're Commissioner Gordoning, Silas.
I'm Batman.
You know, an excellent way to give away your position is to hide and then say, I'm Batman.
It is always kind of fucked up that, like, Batman just never let Jim Gordon see him leave a room. Like, that's a weird power flex on someone who is arguably one of your few friends.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's got to make his value known.
That's true. He's got a lot to prove. He's sitting there dressed as a bat.
Well, speaking of value, it is Bjorg Bjornson's turn.
All right, I've just seen a roof collapse on Brandon, so Bjorg is going to.
You have not, actually. There's a wall between you and that.
Okay, so he saw Brandon go through the door, and then
You heard a loud crumbling, bumbling noises.
You heard me
Okay,
say
you're obviously
everything's fine, and then boom.
You most certainly did not hear footsteps upon the rooftop.
Yeah, Bjorg is going to enter the space behind Fandango holding his copper piece.
All right, Bjorg, 2 fire damage.
Oh, right. Ow.
At this point, he just wanders through fire.
Yeah, just it's more of a
Cause of
flex
fire.
than anything.
I'll call it a 10.
Alright.
Yeah, gonna walk in, gonna look at the rubble and say to Brandon and just kind of like give him an odd look and go, "Don't do that."
A dusty arm appears from the rubble and gives you a thumbs up.
This version of T2 is taking some weird turns. All right, Silas Kane.
All right, well, I guess I will continue heading outside south there and see if I see any new openings or anything.
You do not. You kind of come to near the edge of the landmass. There's looks like maybe a little more further south, but so far as your light will shine, the wall looks solid from that point out.
I guess I gotta go back in with the rest of the trash. All right, then I will just make my way back here.
All right, Fendingo.
Brandon, that looked like it hurt.
Yeah, it was a bitch.
All right, I'm not going to go there.
I would recommend it.
You can the area that like the rubble that has landed was heavy, but not enough that the way is fully barred. It's a half movement speed to get through it, but you can get through it.
Just walking over the rocks that are on Brandon.
Kinda, yeah. But no, I want to move forward into the room to the south, but I want to look for more wires as I go. I don't know.
All right.
If I were a trained rogue, I'd say I was checking for traps, but I'm not a trained rogue, so
you'll just have to make do with a perception.
Only we had a rogue.
You're doing fine.
yeah.
I'm
So,
proud of you.
What do I roll for this?
Perception. We have just been doing perceptions.
22.
All right. Chart your path, and I'll tell you what you see.
That.
I will tell you that when you reach this point, you can notice that there is another wire over here.
All right. I want to look around where I am. I want to, I guess, perception for this room.
That's what you were doing as you went. So that's what you perceptioned.
Okay.
Step on the wire. That is the way of the rogue.
Hard pass. I'm not going to open the fucking box with scorpions written on it again.
Fifth time's the charm.
Right. So it looks like there's a curvy wall and what looks to be another wall. I'll just move a little further around. I guess there's a wall right here that's blocking my view.
Yes, the way for there's basically the way through is right here.
How high or low is, and I'm guessing the wire is stretched across the opening?
The wire is kind of embedded in the rocks. Roll me an intelligence check, Fendingo.
10.
All right. Yeah.
There is a wire. Yeah.
There's wire in
The
a
wire
rock.
is embedded in the wall.
And you didn't just grab it. You are not yet ready for your purple belt.
The hell? I've had a purple belt forever. Purple's my favorite color. I want to go just a little bit further. That way.
Okay. As soon as you take a step at this point, you hear a familiar sinking click, and you remember, oh, right. The last time it wasn't grabbing the wire that set it off. It was me stepping on a signal point in the ground that did it.
Oops.
You have earned your purple belt after all.
And by purple, you mean bruises.
Go ahead and roll me a dexterity save.
Natural 20.
All right, half damage it is. I think that one was 4d6. All right, 14 damage. Or 7 damage, because half damage.
Hey guys, I found another trap.
Man, we're doing great.
I'm proud of you, son.
Excellent.
And we will see if they come running on the next episode of Authors and Dragons as you continue to make your way through this trap-infested lair while the rogue runs around on the roof.
Spoiler, we probably won't.
But fear not, listeners, for while the game is pausing, the episode has not yet reached an end because as we've been going, we have been live blogging at our Facebook group over in the Authors and Dragons. All right, let me redo that one. Fear not, listeners, because as we've been going, we have been blogging in the Authors and Dragons group on Facebook, and we are taking your questions. But of course, before we get to that, we take the Patreon questions from the Discord because, hey, that's how Patreon works. All right, Rick, what have we got to start things off tonight?
Well, we got a couple of fuck you requests. We have a fuck you request for Ranger Man's baby, Phoenix.
Fuck you, baby Phoenix.
Fuck you, Phoenix.
Fuck you, Phoenix.
Fuck. The fuck do
Yeah.
you think you are?
Fuck you, Phoenix.
Burning.
The point at which we're telling babies "fuck you" is the point at which
Rising from
this
the
is getting
ashes.
gotten weird.
Yeah. Well,
That's the inevitability. But awesome name, Phoenix.
Yeah, fuck you for your awesome
Oh,
name.
it's the baby's name. He doesn't just have a baby Phoenix then. Okay. Well,
Oh, I'm really sad that we dispelled that notion now.
oh, I mean, it's not as
Steve's
good,
world was a
but,
lot more magical 5 minutes ago.
but congratulations on the baby, I guess.
fuck you, Ranger Man, for giving us false hope there.
Well, we don't know. We haven't set the baby on fire.
There we go. There's
Well.
the bottom floor of this conversation.
Well, moving right on, we also have a fuck you to two of our patrons, Corso, who is not feeling too hot, and his brother Shane, apparently just for being Corso's brother.
Well, fuck you, Corso, and fuck you,
Yeah.
Shane.
Yeah.
What the hell are
Corso
you
and
thinking
Shane.
being Corso's brother? Fuck you.
Fuck you, Shane. Fuck you, Corso. Get well soon.
The nerve of you to be sick. Fuck you, Corso. And fuck your brother, too. Not like in a West Virginia way, though.
Too late. All right. Well, that out of the way. We have an interesting question here. How did you choose which Shingles books had their chance at becoming part of the Shingles movie on the Kickstarter?
Shit,
Good
was
question.
that a question for... I almost answered that on the Discord.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't. That would have ruined the surprise.
Fortunately, I was lazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I guess it depends on what script you're going to get. There are currently 2 versions of the script, depending on whether we get maximum money or not quite the money we wanted to get.
I guess I could say budget picked mine
Yeah.
the most efficiently. I take advantage of the fact that books don't have logistical budgets. Like, I can set my story at a theme park or an entire movie studio or a goddamn island martial arts tournament. But when it comes time to turn them into movies, suddenly those logistics come back into play.
Yeah, and I mean,
Absolutely.
Legend of Jimmy Headshot is basically an asshole against zombies. And oddly enough, 2 things that are relatively inexpensive. Making movie zombies and finding assholes.
I thought you were going to say prosthetic assholes. And
Well, that too.
Make,
No, those can be pretty pricey. Or so I hear.
And y'all thought me talking about setting a baby on fire was weird.
But it's still a bit weird, John.
so, yeah.
Not really. I mean, the smell
Oh,
bad.
I'm the asshole. I'm the asshole.
If that baby opens a gift next week and it's a prosthetic asshole that says love Falstaff books, then it'll get really weird.
Oh,
Yeah, because if they're expensive, that ain't happening. I am cheap.
I do love the person who's running a prosthetic asshole engraving business.
well, someone's got to do it.
God
Supply
damn it,
and
Poppy
demand.
always said follow your dream no matter what. I want to carve things on fake buttholes.
This sounds like the person who came up with the idea to bronze people's assholes.
Probably the same guy. Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, they bought all the equipment. Might as well use it.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, was there a question?
Yeah, to answer
Yes,
the
it's
question, if the prosthetic butthole did not answer that question in a way that satisfied you, listener, the adaptation, the proof of concept script was written mostly around budget because we had watched Carousel on an At the Movies and we knew it was a micro-budget movie, and we watched a couple of them and they're not. Most of them haven't been great. I think Velocipastor was perhaps the contender that was like, okay, micro-budget filmmaking can be fun, if not necessarily good. But we watched Carousel, and it was actually a solid comedy script. So that's what inspired us to reach out to Steve Rosinski, the fact that he delivered a solid comedy script on less than $20,000 for a feature-length movie, which is, frankly, a miracle for anyone who knows anything about filmmaking. So a lot of the stories we picked like Put Your Hand in My Ass because it just has a ventriloquist dummy. And if you've watched Carousel, Steve Rosinski does a lot with just an inanimate horse. I mean, like a lot. That horse has personality. Or unicorn, I should say. We picked Just Say Gnome for the same reason, because it has a gnome in it. I think we picked Jimmy Headshot and Zombies Ate Your Neighbors because we thought we could... Sorry, Zombies Ate Your Neighbors, that's not right. Zombies Ate My Homework, because we could kind of segue them in together because they're essentially teenagers versus zombies, and we picked just basically the most deliverable Drew story because he's all very big budget. Yeah, budget was the defining factor. We wanted to just get something that we knew Steve Rosinski could realistically pull off, so we could deliver something that was going to be fun and shingles but wouldn't require millions of dollars to deliver. And I think of the versions of the script we have, I like to think we kind of landed the essence of each of those stories. Certainly there is a puppet that gets a hand put in its ass, and a gnome that gets cocaine licked out of its butthole, and zombies are killed with sex toys. So all the important things.
What the people want.
Yeah. By the people, I mean me. So yeah, budget and getting as much shingles staining the page as possible were the two motivating factors.
Yeah, I think it definitely delivers on the shingles experience.
That's important.
Now we just need your help to make it happen. Oh, by the way, that last question was from... I don't think it said their name. That last question was from Slaug. And I think I just got a blind spot for Slaug because they just kick my ass in everything they do.
Yeah.
I'm beaten down enough.
We met Slug at the convention at A&DCon 2021, and he is exactly as evil and insidious in real life as I expected him to be.
I'm pretty sure he won some Jackbox games there too.
He
Bastard.
did. One absolute bastard.
Well, anyway, moving on. We actually have 3 Olympics questions, oddly enough, from Lamplighter Shane and Zach of All Trades, but I'm going to pick the one that I think has the most potential for our brand of humor. And that now that the Olympics are over, which event would be funniest to make school children do as part of their mandatory curriculum?
Biathlon?
Jesus.
Is boxing an Olympic sport?
Oh, yes.
It is.
Fencing.
Maybe that one?
But not with the little tip thingies on the swords. No. Skewer a motherfucker.
You know, they didn't say Summer Olympics, so I'm going to go with speed skating.
Whatever the longest run is.
Luge.
I think that's the
I'm going to say
marathon.
luge.
Marathon it is then. Good luck, 10-year-olds.
Putting a bunch of kids in downhill in a giant ice tube and on a terrifying slat of dolly.
In the 1980s, we used to call that Action Park.
Yeah, if they didn't specify Summer Olympics, then I'm going back to my first answer. Biathlon. Downhill skiing with guns.
And certainly that can't go poorly with 10-year-olds.
See, yeah, I'm always the asshole. Everybody's trying to kill these kids. I'm just trying to get them to beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, in Bob's version, at least one kid survives every match.
Oh, no. No, 8-year-old is going to punch another 8-year-old so hard that he's going to die.
I've wasted so much goddamn money trying to get the DVDs of this off the ground. It doesn't fucking work.
The first rule of Kid Fight Club. Right.
You guys are monsters.
Not gonna deny it. All right.
I mean, this is supposed to be funny. You know, kids punching each other is funny. Shooting each other, less so.
I'm gonna argue that Kid Luge sounds hilarious.
Yeah, it's the same as real luge.
All right. Our friend Aaron Tiggy says, I got my first Pike Pumpkin Spice Latte of the season. Is there anything you're looking forward to for the fall, whether it's food or candy-wise or something else?
Not being 97 fucking degrees.
I am looking forward. This is pretty practical. I mean, I always look forward to the holidays and stuff, but Washington State is like fucking bone dry right now. I'm really looking forward to some rain. I would like my yard to be less of a tinderbox.
I'm gonna go with spring.
Yeah, gonna have to go with Bevan on that one.
I'm gonna go with on the food related one. Like they had kicked off. There are these Oreos I found last year, where they're like a gingerbread cookie, and I don't know, some sort of icing with like the Pop Rocks or something in the middle, and it is one of the best fucking cookies I've ever had. And I bought as many packs as I could find, which was not many. The goddamn things went instantly. Apparently everybody else liked them too. Could never find any more. So yeah, I'm pretty hopeful that those will make a resurgence this year.
If we're talking about food, the two things that I'm looking forward to are fucking candy corn, and mulled wine. Mulled wine is the fucking best.
If we're talking about cookies, I am one of those fortunate people who is the only person in the world that likes those coconut sprinkle cookies that the Girl Scouts sell.
Ew. No, my wife likes those too.
Everybody loves the Thin Mints, but me, I like whatever the fuck those are called.
I got to try Thin Mints in America. I feel like there's another cultural experience I've immersed myself in. They were good.
I was going to say, I mean, there's very little about watching summer finally shrivel up and die I don't enjoy. But if we have to say looking forward to something that, like, you know, is less spiteful and more actual enjoyment, pretty much anything that has to do with Halloween.
Bunch of fucking White Walkers on this podcast, you guys. I can't wait for the sun to die so I may live again.
let me tell you. The end of summer means to me the damn pool closed, the wasps die, I don't have to mow my goddamn lawn. So if that means that I gotta, like, you know, march on Winterfell and slaughter everybody, I am glad to do so.
All right, Rick keeping it real over here.
I'm fat and it's 100 degrees. Fuck every inch
in
of
fairness,
that.
Steve, the heat you experience and the heat we experience are not the same thing.
I don't know.
It is.
In Cancun and in America, and it was very hot, very sweaty, very close. Sometimes like walking into a hot towel in Nashville when you went outside.
Yes.
But I fucking loved it.
After the first 47 years, it gets pretty fucking old.
Yeah, well, I guess that's true.
I'm with Steve on this one. And I'm also fat.
I think food-wise, I don't know. I mean, I'm supposed to be on a diet again. It's always really hard to do that as soon as the winter starts turning in and the old hibernation instincts kick in. But also, I just spent 10 days in America, and I don't think I'm going to top that. So, not really looking forward to anything full specific.
All right, why don't we head on over to the Facebook and see what questions Joe has wrangled on up for us.
Let's see here. Okay. Our friend Stephanie asks, favorite moments or highlight from A&D Con?
Oh god, it's so hard to like piece a single thing out because that thing becomes a blur.
You know, there were so many awesome things about it. Seeing familiar faces, meeting new people, all of that was awesome. But John's reaction after putting Cardboard Rachel behind him,
God damn,
that will live forever.
That was I think the only thing to possibly top that was when I think the entire Cardboard Rachel experience of the weekend was a highlight because people kept sticking googly eyes on it, and
She scared the shit out of me.
I'm always a little bit fragile when I've got a hangover and a little bit kind of like in my own world. And the amount of times I was just got up in the morning, made my way down to the table, setting up, and it's like, oh, Jesus! Oh, right, it's just a cardboard cutout creepily staring at me.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I would like just hanging out afterwards and like looking across like, you know, the atrium and just seeing it there and be like, who is that? Oh, wait, no.
Yeah.
It's
You know,
really strange.
I could understand the whole like ghost rumor from Three Men and a Little Baby, from like, you know, from that cardboard cutout of Ted Danson or whatever they had.
Something about cardboard cutouts. It's not just because it was Rachel with googly eyes. I think it's just you never expect. It gives off no human vibes, and then you turn around and there's a human, but it's not. It's just a two-dimensional being.
it's a two-dimensional being of two-dimensional iteration of a person you know. So it's like you watch them be flattened.
There was one picture I saw from the con with John and cardboard Rachel, but I don't know, something about the photography. John looked like the fake one.
Cardboard Rachel was stealing his life essence.
in the mirror universe.
Yeah. That was after Cardboard Rachel had scared me literally to death. I was dead. Cardboard Rachel took my essence.
I'm going to say I wish we'd been able to combine Cardboard Rachel with one of my favorite moments of the con, which was a bunch of us going to the bar and several people riding the mechanical bull.
That was fun. These guys were fun to hang out with. I had a really good time throughout the con. Everybody was really nice. Don't know if there's a standout kind of... If I didn't get around to talking to you as much as I should have, I'm sorry about that. I have what is known as kind of resting indifferent face. I am always about 3 times more stressed out and or drunk than I appear to be. So everybody was just so nice.
Yeah.
Everybody was really cool. Somebody bought me a mimosa in the morning.
That was nice. That was
God,
nice.
I really loved
Yeah.
like, I really loved the pre-start, like, you know, just hanging out with people at the tables, like, you know, going down there at 7 and just bullshitting for like an hour or two. That was just so wonderful.
I'm gonna add a ridiculous highlight in terms of shit that I just was not mentally and emotionally prepared for, because I'd never been to Nashville before, and I know that it's the heart of country music and everything. So I was expecting country music. I was not mentally or emotionally prepared for an open mic country singer to be in McDonald's at 7 in the morning.
That's great.
Yeah.
I walked into McDonald's and there was a crooner up there on an open mic in a fucking McDonald's, and I was just like, I can't do this. I'm not mentally emotionally prepared for this.
I got pretty trashed on Saturday night. I think my favorite moment of the con was Sunday morning when I got a text message from Drew saying, where are you? We're going on. He didn't think I was going to show. And then I showed up with my George Thrower costume.
Yeah.
I could have texted him back, but I let him sweat.
Yeah, and it should be mentioned, I thought he wasn't going to show because I think we were, 5 minutes late to starting
Drew,
event.
Drew wasn't the only one sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Drew was one of
Yeah, that
5.
was fun.
The point where we hit the start time, it's less sweating and more, oh shit, this is happening.
I had to put on my mustache.
That's true. Well, I'm glad you put on a mustache. That was certainly a surprise for all concerned.
This is a special experience.
You were more Georgia than that horrible picture of Georgia.
Yeah. Having Yumi show up in his creepy as hell fox costume, just say nothing and just sit down and start staring at us. That was that's one seared into the memory too.
That was fun. Yeah, that was a nice surprise.
Oh, I have one more. A very lovely fan made me a Squintin plushie, and that was really cool. So
yes.
thank you.
I think we have a photo of that. I don't know if
Yeah, I
I
think
put it
it's
on
there somewhere.
Don't know if I put it on the Facebook, but I certainly will because that is an adorable squid.
I love the one person who brought us like all customized like either beers or like, you know, or like seltzers and stuff.
Yeah,
That was
that
was super awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever got to tell the person who brought it, but the cherry one they gave me was very good.
Yeah, my one was nice. Good call, Beer Fairy.
I am currently still enjoying the case of Bud Light somebody brought me. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a bottle of whiskey that's going to Dragon Con with me next week. So everyone in the Sci-Fi Lit track will be thanking you for that.
And Bevan, you'll be pleased to know that somebody made me some pumpkin bread.
Oh, that was
And
Vicky.
and I ate it. And it's not quite the diabolical Satan turd I believed it to be. I don't know, it's just because she makes good pumpkin bread. But it was nice, and I demolished about half of it when I was drunk.
The pumpkin bread was really good.
Yeah,
That's a true evaluation right there.
I'm usually not a fan of pumpkin bread, but that pumpkin bread was pretty damn good.
I'd say I hate to say I told you so, but I really like to say I told you so.
All right, Joe, why don't we do one more?
All right, let's see here. Our friend Sandy says, what is the most unusual magic item you've found in a game? Like a bag of humanoid holding that holds up to 2,000 pounds of humanoids in suspended animation. That's pretty wild.
That's a weirdly specific one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to top that. That's just weird. Just a
I-
void full of dangling bodies. I don't like that.
Yeah, we once found an intelligent. It was a +2 sort of, or no, it was a +1 sort of complaining, +10 against mother-in-laws. And all the sword did was just berate us for the entire adventure. Which I think was the DM just inserting himself in there.
Yeah. That sounds like sweet revenge.
Oh, God.
We once found a sandwich maker that makes you, like, you open it in front of a person and it makes them whatever sandwich they want. And we used that in a way it was not intended by the DM. And a Tojanita, a giant turtle monster, attacked our boat. And we opened the sandwich maker before it, and it just gushed out like raw fish sandwiches. And we befriended the Tojanita.
I thought you were going to say it's like, and we went up against a lick, and I just opened the sandwich maker and said, make me a winning this encounter sandwich, please.
I don't remember exactly how we acquired this, but a player in one of our games acquired a mummified penis that would give a +2 to armor class, but only when prominently displayed around your neck.
Oh god, I thought you
Nice.
were going to say that was like the dick of Vecna. You have to chop off your own and like try to stick it on.
I think ours was a sphere filled with liquid that if you threw it at something, it would cause an explosion. So basically nitroglycerin. That was fun.
Nice.
Blew up a lot of shit in that campaign too.
I think the dumbest that immediately springs to mind was in college, one of the DMs. So, ring slots for third were fairly limited, but one of the workarounds was if you could find the right crafter, they would make you enchanted cock rings.
Nice.
The cursed ones were real bad, though.
Understandable. Swings and roundabouts.
All right, everybody. Well, that is going to do it for this week on Authors and Dragons. We'll be back next week with Side Quest or a Salty Bastards or some sort of not this exact game content. But then, in another week, we'll be back with more of this exact game content. Until then, bye!
Bye.
Goodbye, friends.
Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to those who created it, which is us, the people you just heard play the game. Opening and closing themes performed by the Gore Core 4.
Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons!
Look not at the finger, but to where the finger points, dumbass.